Hello from the Fool That See Me. This is Chris Robinson, Managing Director of Ags and Commodities at TJ & Brokerage, also the publisher of the Robinson Review. We're going to cover three markets that I think give good opportunity as we head into 2020. Number one, you got to start with the soybean market. We've just had a nice 60-cent rally in soybeans. Is that going to extend? A lot of that depends on South American weather, and also if we really get China coming back into the market and being a really good demand source for U.S. soybeans. So that's number one. The setup is there. There's also, possibility that if there's any hitches at all in the agreement, or if China decides to change something, we could have a very volatile trade moving forward. But if you take a look, if you're looking for a market with opportunity, you've got to look at soybeans. It's had good technical trade. It's also had pretty good following from the investment community. And so that's number one. Number two, the second contract I'd look at, you've really got to take a look at cotton. Cotton has managed to claw back one half of the disastrous 2019 that we had. That's something worth looking at. So again, it wasn't that long ago when we were down really at 10-year lows. That 56, 57 cent level basically was 10-year lows in cotton. So we've had a rebound. Now, is there enough gas in the tank? Number one, we're going to plant less acres. Number two, if China comes back into the market in a meaningful way and buys our cotton, that'll be positive. So that's shaping up as, again, as an opportunity. Call it bottom fishing, call it what you want, but we've had a good recovery. And as we head into 2020, that may be a market to watch, very sensitive to what's going on with China. And then lastly, you've got to really talk about the livestock market, specifically the protein complex. And I just want to focus on live cattle. Live cattle in the past 2.5 months, we've had a $23 rally. Now doesn't sound like a lot unless you trade cattle, but we went from near 10-year lows to 9-month, 10-month highs, contract highs. So that's been also a great opportunity. What's driving that? Well, you've had good demand, and you've also had sort of whisperings that the Chinese, if they ever decide to buy beef from us really en masse, that would be a really good demand source, which we haven't had for a long, long time. Now, we did get the USMCA. That's also supportive for demand for beef. But I think that's the number one driver, the number one what if. If you look at how much beef they bought from us last year, us being the United States, it was around $60 million worth with an M. If you were able to get real demand from over 1 billion people who decide that they want to eat T-bone steaks, it would be a real blessing for producers here, and you probably see a continued rally. Now again, if that does not work, if the Chinese get upset, if something changes, this rally that we just saw, could disappear. So it's giving opportunities to producers because you've got 9-month high in prices, but also speculators. Are we going to continue to go higher, or is there going to be a correction? So those are the three markets I look at moving into 2020. This is Chris Robinson. Have a great rest of the day.